What is up, 7th grade? This is lesson 58, and our objective for today is to understand what line and rotational symmetry is. The basic idea of symmetry is if you were to draw a line down something that you would be able to see that there is the same thing on both sides, like a reflection. Like notice there's an eye on the right and an eye on the left. There's an ear on the right and an ear on the left. That if you were to fold this, that it would be exactly the same on both sides. So if we're talking about different shapes, maybe like the square, we can see that if we drew a line straight down here, right down the middle, it's a little better, that if I were to put paint, say on this side of it, and to fold it right along this black line, that this red paint would end up right here on this edge of it. That both sides on either side of that, if I were to fold along that line, would be the same. Now a square also has other line symmetry, because I could also draw it this way. Maybe I should do the same color this way. And I can also go from corner to corner through the center like this. So this one actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of symmetry on it. On this triangle up here, I can draw a line of symmetry here from a point down through the side. And since this is an equilateral, it would also be the same this way and this way. So this one has 3 lines of symmetry. Now on our square over here, I have a line of symmetry this way, because if I folded it there, the left and the right would be the same. And also if I folded it here, top and bottom would be the same. However, if I were to draw one diagonally like this, that would not be a line of symmetry, because if I were to copy this blue line here and flip it across, it would be different, like this, kind of. This line would flip down, this point would flip over to here. That would be the same as that. That length would be the same as that. So notice it's not the same on both sides of that red line. So it does have 2 lines of symmetry, these yellow ones, 1 and 2. That red one is not a line of symmetry. So that is line symmetry. When we're talking about rotational symmetry, it's whenever you can rotate a figure around, like in a circle, about a point, maybe a point right here in the center, that whenever you rotate it, its shadow will look exactly the same. Now, every single shape has rotational symmetry of like a full turn. So like if I just took a shape like this, if I turn it around a full circle, it'd still look like that. But if we're talking about rotational symmetry, we want to say if it has if it maps back onto itself more than once in a full circle. So if we look at this star, if we start with the red point up here at the top, whenever I rotate it, see if we can get this thing to rotate, notice the red point went from here to over to here, but the shadow still looks the same. And notice I can move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in one full turn. As I turn it one full time, the shadow would look exactly the same 5 times. So this one's rotational symmetry would be 5. Now on a rectangle, its rotational symmetry, let's say if we're looking right here at this point, this could rotate around to here and it would look exactly the same, and then back around to the beginning. So this one has rotational symmetry of 2. And so for any shape we could say 1, and then if it has other ones like these 2 examples, then you could say 2, 5, depending on how many times the shadow looks exactly the same. Your homework today is a worksheet, so go ahead and pick that up, or I'll hand it out in a minute. Please make sure that you read the instructions seems like every year people don't read the instructions because some of it says to give the rotational symmetry and draw its line symmetry. So please just make sure you read the instructions so you don't miss easy points. Good luck, guys. You guys are going to do awesome.